So today, are you more focused today than you were, say, yesterday, or maybe the day before, or even the week before? Are you more focused on what you actually want? And are you actually using auto-suggestion in any part of your lifestyle that is there to give you what you need? So what I'm going to say here is, you look at all the top earners and all the people out there who are doing this and doing that and creating and having this lifestyle, and so many people out there are wanting exactly that. And the thing is we're not all getting it, right? And this is a given. So what I'm going to share with you today is, first let me pin this comment. Okay, first I'm going to share this with you, and it is actually, I'm going to start with auto-suggestion. Auto-suggestion is what we say to ourselves, how we say it, what we're feeling, and what we want. You may auto-suggest to yourself, I am going to be successful someday. I am going to have X car someday. Oh, I really want to have that someday. That is an auto-suggestion. That was just an example. Maybe you don't say that, and that's fine. I'm just trying to give you a suggestion, a hypothetical suggestion. So when you auto-suggest to yourself, and we do it to ourselves every day, we just don't always realize we're doing it, because a lot of us aren't in tune to quantum physics, which is the next platform. So quantum physics is actually the study of energy. And we all have quantum physics. We all have energy running through our matter. Our body is matter. So we have quantum physics, which is energy running through our bodies. We have energy, of course, running through our mind, running through our soul, our spirit. We have energy flowing through every part of our being. And that is a given. So, and we have these energies, and we have auto-suggestion, and then we have imagination. And we all know what imagination is, because we know as a child, maybe even today, you use your imagination to see the life you want, or to see the trip you want, or, to envision, the success you want. You use your imagination all through the day. Some of us realize we're doing it. Maybe it's a daydream. That is imagination. A daydream is imagination. And when you do this and you put it together, and what I'm doing here today is I am showing you how auto-suggestion, quantum physics, and no, you do not have to be a physicist to know this. I am not a scientist. I am not a physicist. I would not know all of that. I do study quantum physics quite a lot because I like to know how my brain works. I like to know the ins and outs of the energy I have coming from my brain, from my soul, from my being, and my imagination, and how they all tie together. And yes, they all tie together. When you have auto-suggestion and you're giving yourself tips and tricks and clues and different things to do, or different things that you want, well, those thoughts and those suggestions are actually transmuted into energy. And you transmute those into an energy without even knowing it. And when you're doing this, I know you guys are probably going to think, oh my gosh, she's crazy today. When you are transmuting, what you're suggesting to yourself, or what you're talking to yourself about, just talking to yourself could be an auto-suggestion. And when I learned that I was auto-suggesting to myself, and I found that I was doing it more so when I was creating something, if I'm creating a new course or I was creating, a new strategy, or even if I was when I was in the corporate world, if I was going to a board meeting, if I was going to a store meeting or whatever I was doing, I found when I was sitting down to write out what I was going to say, what the plan was, I was auto-suggesting to myself how I was going to act, how I was going to present this, how it was going to come out. And without even realizing it, I put the energy with what I wanted to happen. So when I realized later in life that I had been doing this, and I thought, you know what, I've got to learn more about autosuggestion, because this is actually a tool. And when I learned that this energy that we have in our minds, in our bodies, in our souls is an energy that is very powerful. This is the energy that creates. This is the energy that can change a life, that could change a status, that could change a state of being. This is an energy that is really powerful. So when I learned that I was doing this, and okay, hold on. Had that stupid pop-up. Come on, I apologize for that. But when I learned that I was doing this, the auto-suggestion, I learned that it was there and that it was coming to me, for me, with me. Then I was more careful on how I was using it. I was more careful on what I was suggesting to my subconscious to create, what I was suggesting and what energy I was attaching to it. So then, as time goes by, I find daydreams would be very beneficial. The imagination. I found my daydreams to be very beneficial to what I wanted to create. And so as I was creating for myself, I taught my girls to imagine you could have this, imagine this life. And I always told my girls, you can be, do, and have anything you want. You just have to reach out and grab it. To this day, I say the same thing. You can be, do, and have anything you want. You just have to reach out and grab it. You can be all the success you want, or you can be the failure you want. It just depends on what you are imagining you're doing. If you imagine that everything is against you and no one is supporting you and no one is there for you, if you're imagining all of these things and they're all against you, and if you go to bed at night and you're still thinking that, or if you go to bed at night and you're thinking of the bad things in your life, or you're thinking of the awful day you had, and you're thinking of everything that's not good for you, that's what you're going to wake up to. Your imagination will carry you over to the energy, which is where quantum physics is playing. Quantum physics is the energy. Your imagination is a thought, and thoughts become energy. And energy becomes things. Excuse me, guys. Pardon me, my throat is really scratchy today. Knowing that energy creates things. Thought creates energy. So when you connect autosuggestion, which is thoughts, right? They're thoughts, they're feelings, they're thoughts. There are ways you want to do, ways you don't want to do. When you connect autosuggestion, how you're suggesting to yourself, what you're suggesting, what you are talking to yourself about, that's autosuggestion. And that's just a small piece of it. We'll go into more in another broadcast. But when you connect that to autosuggestion, quantum physics, which is energy. Quantum physics is the rule of energy and how energy moves and transforms and grows new neural pathways in our minds, in our brains. And now you're going to connect your imagination to that, to autosuggestion, to quantum physics and imagination. Look at the energy you're creating, and you're doing it without even realizing you're doing it. When you become conscious Use your conscious mind to acknowledge that you are using your auto-suggestion, you're using quantum physics, and you're using imagination. When you put those three together, they're connected all the time. We don't realize it. And this is just another one of those things that the big people have not shared with most of us little people. And no, I'm not the only one to share this, and I'm not the only one that knows this. But I do want to say, I encourage you to get out there, stand up, use your auto-suggestion to your benefit, create the lifestyle you want, create the family style you want, and use the three connected. Auto-suggestion, quantum physics, which is thoughts become energy, energy becomes things. That's why you've heard in the law of attraction and the law of prosperity and the law of receiving, there's all the major laws of the world, is like becomes like, or like attracts like. Thoughts become things. That's because energy creates the path for you to get the things you want. It's not so much going to drop it in your lap. It will drop depending on what you're doing, maybe it'll drop a job promotion in your path. It's up to you to get it. It's up to you to reach out and take it. Maybe you have a home business, and it will drop the right course in your lap. It will drop the right system in your lap. It's up to you to take it and use it. So that's where quantum physics plays a huge role. And use it to your best ability ever. When you do, your imagination will take over. Whether it be a daydream where you're just sitting for a few minutes and just imagining the things you want, the life you want, whatever it is you're desiring, use that. Use them together. They are connected. And the more you realize how these energies are connected and how they will benefit you, they're already connected. You don't have to do anything to connect them. They're already there. Then, and only then, will you be able to go use it effortlessly. Effortlessly. Life doesn't have to be a struggle. Life was not meant to be a struggle. Life was meant to be fruitful and happy and loving and caring. So take your love factor to the next level. Love what you're doing. Love your life. Love your family, of course. But love the person you are becoming if you're not already there. Because then you're going to find auto-suggestion, what you're suggesting to yourself. And it's another form of like self-hypnosis. Auto-suggestion and self-hypnosis can play in the same ballpark if you let them. Hold on just a wee second. There we go. So look at what you're doing. Look at what you're not doing. And look at the success that you're having now today in everything you're doing and everything you want. Because then will you be able to put auto-suggestion, quantum physics, and your imagination together to incorporate this energy into the systems you're working, the strategies you're using, the growth you're having for your business. And this is what I do, and I'm sharing this with you because I use these three things and they connect together. I use this every day. I connect them, that energy, into the sources and the courses that I use. And I use that source of energy that comes from my brain, that comes from the matter that is my body. Our bodies are matter. And that's the only matter you have to worry about. And your brain is what's in control. And that energy comes from that. So connect it. And I do that, like I said, every day. And I connect that energy from my auto-suggestion, the quantum physics, which is the energy and my imagination, into the courses and the strategies that I use in my business every single day. And as you guys know, I already told you this a few weeks ago, I implemented the Top Earner program and using the shortcuts and using the systems. And you know what? When I added the energy from me into this program created by 8-figure earners and above, I was able to implement the parts that I haven't already implemented into my growth pattern. And you know what? This is one thing, well, there's a lot of things I should say that I'll never regret implementing because it is a given. The results are growing and they will keep growing for me as long as I use it. So I suggest you do the same thing if you want the growth and the prosperity and the peace of mind. Use the systems and strategies that are working for you in your business and use the ones that you don't know about yet, because they're going to come to you, and they're going to come in a way that you may not know, that you may not see. But be on the lookout, because if you want these things and you're in the right focus and you're in the right energy, that's where quantum physics comes in. It doesn't hurt to imagine that this has already happened for you. It doesn't hurt to imagine the life you want. Imagine every day. Imagine before you go to bed, as you're putting yourself to sleep, 30 minutes before bed or whatever, how calm you are, how tired you are, and how happy you are, and how you love your life. Your life is beautiful. Your life is everything you wanted. As you're doing that, put your energy to sleep, and that will be an auto-suggestion for your subconscious mind. Don't just try this, do it. And the more you do it, the easier it gets and the happier you will be. Okay? I give you this auto-suggestion tip today, along with quantum physics, which I love, and along with the imagination. Oh my gosh. I know you have a great imagination, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be a business owner, you wouldn't be online, and you wouldn't be doing what you do if you didn't have a great imagination. Okay, I wish you all the best. Happy day, and feel love and joy in your heart and your soul. And you know what? Let it all shine. Okay? I will chat with you guys later, and definitely get the Top Earner program if you want to grow your business. It's only out there for a select few who really want it. Is that you or no? It's up to you. Either way. Okay, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.